So Theude is playing warrior, and we can also have a quick look at the bans.
Both banned hunter.
Both ban hunter. So a lot of respect for hunter for both players. And Theude is playing warrior versus shaman from Freakeh. This is a pretty nice hand, I'd say, for a warrior deck. It's like
who's playing the shaman right now? It's Freakeh, right?
Freakeh is playing shaman, and Theude is playing warrior. And this
he runs Alexstrasza. I think I haven't seen this in shaman.
Alexstrasza and shaman, yeah, that is surprising actually. Shade of Naxxramas is also not that popular in shaman, so this might be a weird build actually. What do you think about Alexstrasza and shaman?
And maybe it's some kind of burst in the end, like turn 10 Alakir or Doomhammer combo.
Possibly, like he's fighting for board control till turn 9, and then on turn 9 he's actually using Alexstrasza. Maybe also he's using Alexstrasza to heal himself if he faces decks that are like Hunter or...
Or Zoo.
Exactly, I mean that might be actually a pretty good card in here. And Warrior, by the way, is running Geddon, and Geddon is a pretty good card versus Hunter or versus Shaman, and actually it was very good before. Another Alexstrasza for a Warrior here. So what do we know about the players overall?
Theude is from Germany and Freakeh from Sweden. I defeated both in the qualifiers and the open qualifiers. That's what I basically know about them.
Okay, I know that Theude was the team captain of Team Innovation. He had pretty good scores. He qualified for the EU Regionals. Unfortunately, he had to decline the invitation in the end because of the health problems. But he is certainly a very good player. He had good scores and well-played tournament, if I remember correctly. I think he was second. Yeah, he was second. He lost only to RDU. So a pretty good player. Freakeh is kind of like a question mark. I mean, he's not that known. This is his chance to actually shine and be able to play versus a pretty known player.
I'm not sure about the shape. Maybe he's running Bloodlust in there together with the Alexstrasza. Or it's better against Priest, so it doesn't get stolen like Harvest Golem or Unbound Elemental.
Yeah, we'll be pretty interested to hear his answers. I mean, this is definitely a weird build with maybe
it's an uncommon build, at least.
It's definitely an uncommon build. Well, being a warrior here, you just want to destroy all the minions in the board that are being played. This is the fight for board position.
Yeah, otherwise your opponent just fills the board with garbage and you have to brawl, and then he refills it with Feral Spirit and you're lost. Not sure.
Well, Shaman actually looks pretty good with double Feral Spirit, Haunted Creeper. I mean, do you play Feral Spirit here? Totem Creeper is also fine. I mean, if you're able to play many totems, if you're able to use the hero power almost every turn, you're saving the cards and you're still forcing some kind of a removal from your opponent. There is a second Death's Bite, but it's not looking that good. I mean, Geddon will be very important, but for now it's weird for the warrior.
Yeah, Geddon can clear like every totem, which will be important later.
So
for the moment, the warrior doesn't have a board, so
yeah,
it doesn't look too scary for Freakeh for now.
Yeah, he has time, and originally I feel like this matchup is pretty good for Shaman because Shaman is just playing those minions in groups, and warrior doesn't have that much AoE removal. There is one brawl, and this is where
maybe two if you are, I don't know who.
I mean,
where
Ecop was playing double brawl, and
Theude, I think.
Theude, I think, also was playing double brawl. So right now people are playing more of them. Some people are also playing Geddon, as we can see, which will be pretty important in the future. But for now, it's just just playing your weapons and killing what you can. And your game plan anyway is just to wait till Alexstrasza turn and then Alexstrasza them and try to win with a weapon attack and Grom. But for now, it's just fighting for the board.
Okay, so he pulls out the Doomhammer now, will be overloaded for 2 next turn, so he can play like a Feral Spirit or Totem next turn.
I like Feral Spirit next turn, because on turn 7 you will be able to play Sludge Belcher anyway, even though you'll be overloaded.
And you don't have a Fire Elemental at this point. So.
Lotheb is a nice card to have here. It's like 5 mana, and also you, in theory, you shut down.
If he doesn't top deck something, he has the Totem pass. A Wind Fury, see?
Okay, this Shaman deck is getting weirder and weirder with every card. Where I can actually understand such Belcher. Wind Fury is...
it seems like to be more stalling.
God, wait, Shade of Naxxramas, to just wait...
Yeah.
Like 10 more turns and then Wind Fury
no,
and
three
one
more
shot.
3 more turns and Alexstrasza him and then Wind Fury and...
Yeah. This is surprising.
I think this works like one time and now we know.
Well, we know, but his opponent doesn't, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it works in this particular game and afterwards...
Well, still, if he gets into his brawl, then this Shade of Naxxramas might actually die faster than it's being used with a Wind Fury. But I like, you know, the creative approach in here. I mean, in those kinds of tournaments, players are stressed and it's hard to focus, but if your opponent is throwing something really like unusual in your face, like Wind Fury, Shade of Naxxramas deck with Alexstrasza, you can just die and lose the game. And then after that, how do you even prepare for this? Like, it's hard to adjust. Like, you brought the decks for a certain meta game, and then you are facing this original deck, which is just totally different.
Yeah, and he didn't reveal anything so far besides the Shade, which is debatable with like Priest not stealing it, your 3-drop, which is very important in the matchup.
Flametongue is something. I mean, then Shade of Naxxramas will be able to deal even more damage. But this is turn 7, and
he could do 16 damage with the Wind Fury Flametongue already, if the Belcher wasn't in the way.
Yeah. This is actually pretty amazing.
Interesting.
Well, what you can even do is I mean, if you have a combo, sure, you want to keep the Shade of Naxxramas on board. But if you use Wind Fury here, you can actually clear the board easily.
Yeah.
Just Wind Fury this, Shade of Naxxramas, attack into Belcher, kill the taunt with Doomhammer, trade with the 5/5, so the board is cleared. And obviously you lose the Shade of Naxxramas, but then you can play your Belcher and attack for 3 more.
Yeah.
I guess he really wants to execute the combo, so he'll just go for the safe play.
Or you can play the Flametongue and place the Sludge Belcher beneath it, so it kills the Lotheb.
He can still clear the Belcher like that.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
I still like it.
And he can play the Belcher now, so it kills Lotheb, in theory. If there's... Oh, he Wind Furies. Oh boy.
Wait, so he is
I think
playing...
he just played the Wind Fury, yeah. Wow.
This looks really amazing, actually. 16 points of damage out of nowhere.
It's probably you have Brawl or you die, right?
There's no Brawl. Do you just die in here?
Yeah. Look at Theude, he knows.
He knows. He's dead. Just like that. It's like, what? 32 points of damage. Oh wait, it is actually even more because the Shade will actually grow. So it's 16 points of damage plus 19 points of damage. I'm so happy I'm casting this game right now. It's like, this is my type of deck.
That's what I told you at turn 3 or so.
Yeah, I mean, this works. And he doesn't even need that extra.
Somehow it works, yeah.
I love it. I mean, this only shows that in Hearthstone you can still be creative. You can still bring something that's different and actually win with this. And if this works 3 times in a row, I will be just amazed.
Yeah, the biggest problem is that he didn't have... Well, he couldn't even if he knew, he couldn't clear the Shade, right?
Yeah, there was like no card. Like, Shade is so tough to deal with, and Druid is using Shade with a simple Savage Roar. But if you can utilize Shade and deal... How much damage was this? Like 16 plus 18?
Yeah.
Oh man.
36 damage, so...
I just love it, Dorgan. It was a pretty amazing game. I'm sure Theude is right now in a bind. Like he is thinking, how can I deal with this kind of deck? And well, Shaman has many ways to actually hide the Shade.
Where are the classes? What does he have left?
So being Theude, you lost your
You don't
warrior,
have a priest,
band,
so
shaman,
maybe
druid, and
depends on the
mage.
kind of mage that Theude runs. But if it's freeze mage, it should do well.
Well, I have to tell you that actually warrior had the best chance to deal with the Shade of Naxxramas, whatever the size of the shade is, and both like shaman and mage, they're in trouble because you have to deal with the shade as soon as it's being dropped on the board. If you allow the shade to grow to like 4+ health, then you're just staring in your like opponent's face.
Hopefully, it doesn't have Wind Fury.
Yeah.
And Flame Tongue.
If you win Fury and Flame Tongue, you're just dead. So if you see a shade which is like 4 points of health, then you're like, okay, I have to race now. Like there is no way. I have no removal.
That's
to deal with
interesting,
this.
yeah. You don't expect this from a shaman usually.
Yeah, and I think it really fits the shaman because, well, you have Wind Fury for sure. You have Earthshock if there is a taunt, so you can easily clear the taunt to be able to go through. You have hexes, so basically instead of like having those defensive mechanisms, you're using them to be able to stabilize the board.
Yeah, and he chooses mage, so I assume it's freeze mage. So you do that. Oh no, it isn't.
So again, we are seeing Undertaker and Ragnaros of the Firelord. What do you think about it? Like the mixture of Deferral cards and Ragnaros.
I think it's some kind of early board control game, and then in the late game you just play the big late game stuff because Mage can't hold on like Zoo with like constant card draw. Sure, you can run Arcane Intellect, but this makes it all very slow.
Don't you think like Ragnaros is the only endgame card?
Could be.
It seems natural. I mean, you're opening with Undertaker and the Deferral minions. You build up momentum. You deal as much damage as possible. And then, when your opponent thinks, yeah, I've dealt with most of the small stuff, you slam Ragnaros. And you might actually win when you slam Ragnaros and just finish them. Double Earthshock, that's a good start against Undertaker. Alright, so a Mage deck versus Shaman. Well, I would say that Mage is favored because you have board clears, you have a lot of spells, you're fighting for board control, and even if you lose, your opponent should have enough health so that he can finish them with fireballs. Would you agree?
Yeah, sadly for Theude, he didn't pick up something like a Loot Hoarder. Or, I don't know, he probably doesn't run Leper Gnomes, I don't know. Could fit, but...
Well, he might be running Leper Gnomes, and for sure he's running Mad Scientist.
Yeah, Mad Scientist would have been a good pickup there.
Loot Hoarder, Mad Scientist. I mean, this Undertaker is probably going to die. I would even use the Flame Tongue here. It's just such a good value. Oh wow, he's not killing the Undertaker. No respect.
Yeah, even if he kills a totem, he can still Earthshock it and kill it with a creeper. And if he kills the creeper, he has 2 creepers, so... It's not that bad, actually.
Well, you know, but right now you're staring at two free creatures. If you have to use Earthshock, it's...
Oh, there's the Wind Fury again.
So he's
okay,
trying...
it's just Feral Spirit, right? Oh no, Flame Tongue.
Does he actually think about killing it now? That's such an awkward move.
Yeah, you're right. You should have done this last turn then.
Earthshock is one of the best answers to Undertaker. I mean, I still
and to Harvest Golem.
Yeah. Well, right now Mage doesn't have an exciting turn 4.
Okay, you're right. If he had done this last turn, then he wouldn't lose his Flame Tongue. Which he probably does now, because it dies to Harvest Golem ping.
Yeah, whatever happens. Yeah, that was awkward. So right now it seems... would you expect Shaman to play any big creature on turn 4? Probably not.
Maybe Argus.
But then Mirror Entity is not that good. It's like, I'm thinking if Mirror Entity has any sense in here, but I think like killing Totem is just too good.
Yeah.
You're getting so much value there. You're missing a 4-drop, but you don't have the 4-drop anyway, and just getting something random from Mirror Entity is not good enough.
If you get a second creeper or something, it's gonna be really awkward. And you probably have to kill the totem, especially now that you know that he runs Wind Fury. I mean, even the spider can do 6 damage now. It's not that much. But
well, for sure you are not casting Wind Fury on the spider, especially if it's part of the combo.
But Flame Tongue can be really strong.
Flame Tongue is annoying, especially with like even with the spiders. The spiders.
Yeah, and if he plays Feral Spirit now, then he has to wait like 3 more turns until the Flame Strike.
It's going good for the mage right now, and anyway, because he's not getting that much pressure. The Shadow of Naxxramas is nowhere to be seen.
And he has
for
the
now.
Belcher.
He has the Belcher. He has Flame Strike. You know what? This kind of actually looks pretty good. Like turn 5, depending on what happened. If there is Feral Spirit, you can play Belcher. Then on turn 6, you can play Lotheb. And on turn 7, you just clear the board, and you win from there.
Seems solid.
There's just a totem.
The warrior didn't even get to turn 7, right? So he couldn't even play the get-on to clear something.
True. I mean,
so this is a lot slower game now.
Oh, he actually got the Doomhammer. That's a pretty important card to deal like consecutive points of damage, and if he is able to apply it, it's like 16 points of damage spread out into 5 turns.
Well, to get it through, he has to Earthshock, and
Belcher is so strong right
we'll
now.
need some turns to develop the Doomhammer. He's overloaded 2 afterwards, so he's probably going to play Lotheb next turn. Or maybe Feral Spirit.
Yeah. Lotheb or Sludge Belcher? I think Sludge Belcher was fine because you're not facing Black Knight next turn, whatever happens. Like even if the Shaman is playing. Like most of the Shamans are not playing Black Knight. Oh, another Flame Tongue. This is actually a pretty good card.
You can kill the Lotheb with it. And
play Feral Spirit if he wants to. No, he can't play Feral Spirit because one of the best answers to Lotheb is playing Lotheb.
That's also true.
I'm not sure if I like playing Flame Tongue. I think
Flame Tongue leaves you with a random totem that gets +2 attack. It's not that great. And you didn't use your mana that well.
I don't like Lotheb that much as well. Maybe Doomhammer. I think Doomhammer wouldn't be that bad actually.
You would have had 4 mana then next turn, then you do what? Feral Spirit? And if you leave the Lotheb alive, you can, don't know, Flame Tongue, Wind Fury, 14 damage.
Yeah, for example.
Plus the 3 from the spider.
Well, being Theude, you have to respect the Wind Fury.
Yeah.
Like even with a Rock Biter, if there is a double Rock Biter, you can just die.
I haven't seen any Rock Biters so far.
Maybe he did cut them, but that would be so weird. I mean,
I would expect them, but
I would definitely expect them. I would not expect a Lightning Bolt, but a Rock Biter, he has to play them. With this, like Doomhammers and...
he wants to stand a chance against early aggression, like a 2-3 Undertaker or something. So probably is in there, but I haven't seen any so far.
This is so tricky for Theude. I mean...
Probably just drop the Belcher and kill the Lotheb.
Like trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Whoops. That would be a nasty misclick. Attacking the 1/1 spider. Yeah. Yeah. I dealt with
It's like arena play, get most value out of it.
Alakir, another win condition. It seems like this Shaman deck is just packed with win conditions. He can win with anything. But how can you deal with this Sludge Belcher?
If he runs Alakir, probably Rock Biter too.
Is there any merit with Doomhammer being played right now? Earthshock into the 3/5 and
kill it off?
I'm not even sure if you kill it. Yeah, I guess you can because it gets 2 points of damage from the Earthshock and then you kill it with a spider 1 attack.
Okay, turn 7 is incoming, so you probably expect them. Oh, seems like he doesn't.
I like Doomhammer right now because then you get overloaded on 7 and you can play cards for 5 mana and then
you
on
can
8,
play Alakir at 8.
Yeah, and you can play Alakir at 8. And if not playing Doomhammer now, when are you going to play it?
I thought about Feral Spirit, Flame Tongue, but this just dies to Flame Strike.
Yeah, that's risky.
Doomhammer's probably a good choice.
So he's going for the Doomhammer play. I mean, he doesn't have
I wonder
to.
if he goes face now, but
He can go face.
he probably
but he probably
clear
wants
this,
to
yeah.
keep the totem anyway.
Okay.
Spell damage totem is really valuable.
Well, he doesn't have any spells so far, so.
Well, it's a minion.
I didn't see lightning storms either, or lightning bolts, or lava bursts. So it seems like it's pretty minion Wind Fury heavy.
So I guess you do play minions now.
Yeah, now would be a good time for Mirror Entity, I believe.
It's so weird. I totally misread this game. I thought like the Shaman will overextend and then you win with Flame Strike. But Freakeh is actually playing really well around any kind of removal.
I have to face one of them after. I have to face the loser afterwards, and if I win, then I have to face one of them again.
Oh my god, a second Doomhammer. What's up with
Yeah.
all the people playing double Doomhammer? Like, this is the card now. Everybody's playing.
When he drew it very early in the last game, I was actually wondering if he runs two because of the weird Alexstrasza Wind Fury stuff, and it seems like he does. Just to, it's like you said, it's filled with win conditions. But Theude still having the Flame Strike is pretty good for him. Because
Yeah.
at some point he plays exactly this, and
You do Flame Strike now.
yeah.
But with Feral Spirit, Freakeh won't be able to play Alakir next turn.
It's actually Overlord. Yeah, he can play Doomhammer again. That seems pretty awkward. So I think you just Flame Strike, go face.
Yeah, it's just too obvious. He overloaded himself, and Flame Strike has so much value.
I mean, you could play Black Knight and kill the wolf and proc a random secret, but that's very mediocre play.
No, it's like the problem is like if you get a secret now, you won't be able to play mirror and counter or counter. Like there is a huge chance you will get a secret you already own.
Yeah. I think you just Flame Strike on go face.
I mean, he got.
But I like that he doesn't do it like immediately, but thinks about the following turns.
Well, Theude is an experienced player, and you never do snap plays. There's always a chance for a better play, especially if there's a Black Knight and Thoughts. Oh, he's
Whoa.
actually going for the Black Knight play. Or not.
He's still considering it.
What is Theude going to do? The captain of Team Innovation. That's no more.
Okay, okay, your scientist gets killed by the Doomhammer next turn.
So he's going to check the secret. I mean, he is still going to attack with the scientist if he's going for the Black Knight play. So it's
Yeah.
better to check the secret first. The secret is
Counter
Counterspell.
Could be handy with the Wind Fury later.
He has double counterspells, so he will be able to counter the first Wind Fury and something else. If you counter a Rockbiter, it's fine.
Yeah, especially with all of these Wind Furies around. Oh, there's a Hex.
Sweet. A counterspell into Hex, pretty nice. Do you Wind Fury first to check for Hex? I don't think so.
Check for counterspell.
Check for counterspell.
Yeah. I don't even know what to do. I think this game is pretty one-sided right now.
So do you think like Mage is winning?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there is still some possibility in some crazy Wind Fury actions, but
How is Mage going to win? There's only reactive cards in his hand. He has Scientist, Double Secret.
okay, so it's
Flame
not Ice Barrier and not Vaporize. That is what he knows, but this hand is just awkward. I mean, you could stall out the game for doing like consecutive Wind Fury damage.
I think I'll Hex here.
Okay, but this, yeah, well, you will find out that it just gets counterspell.
If there's like a duplicate, this will be so good. And
Oh
if
yeah,
there's a
that's all right.
and if there's a counterspell, something is going to be counterspelled anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel like Freakeh
And the
is
only other spell is like his win condition.
yeah, so I don't think he's running as many spells.
Okay, so Alec, you can if the flame tongue won't stay. If it stood, could do 10 damage and yeah, okay, could actually work, but
Would you Flame Strike now? I don't think so. I think you can play the secrets. Because the next turn might be a possibly Alakir turn or like Fire Elemental turn, so you just want to kill the Flame Tongue.
you definitely want to kill the flame tongue because of it.
Well, you either like Flame Strike or attack. So
Yeah.
I think attack is super fine. Then you play double secrets and Mad Scientist. Does the order actually matter?
Seems like both players are pretty good in stalling this game. Because I didn't see a mage win condition so far.
Oh, there is another hex. Look at that.
The problem was the only creature that Freakeh at the moment has is Alakir. I think you don't want to give your opponent a 3 mana Alakir.
Would you be brave enough to try it?
I would probably check for every other secret first, like
Yeah.
Duplicate and Ice Barrier and whatnot.
Can you kill Mad Scientist? Nope.
Yeah, with this deck it seems like he just wants to burst him, well, not burst him down, but gets him low enough to burst him down later. This other Alakir is still, if he picks up a Rock Biter...
I think I still hex here again. Because you know, if you pick up a Rock Biter, the counter spells are out of the way. And whatever spell you can actually cast.
And he sits on a pretty good life total.
Yeah, exactly. Like this board is not that threatening. I mean, it's 6 points of attack.
Okay, there goes the double Doomhammer. Wow. Okay, so where's the Harrison Jones?
Harrison Jones will be so good. Yeah. Do you Flame Strike now?
3 totems, not very valuable. You can kill both of them very, well, 2 of them very easily. How much damage does he have now? It's 9, 10? Ah. Okay, I see your point. I don't see how the mage wins from here. I don't see any win conditions. I think we have seen the Ragnaros and the Mulligan, but
yeah,
other than that,
we've seen the Ragnaros.
he just has to hope for a good mirror entity.
If you Flame Strike, by the way, you can deal 7 points of damage, and your opponent is at what, 17. And next turn you can possibly deal 6 plus 9. Right? This is 9, 10,
Yeah.
16. So you are getting really close. That's why I would Flame Strike now, to deal as much damage as possible.
I see your point.
To be as close as
Are you
possible.
afraid of Argus at the moment? Probably not.
No,
right?
I would Flame Strike because with this he has a good chance to get a Taunt Totem again.
But he only missed 2 damage with this play. I like this more, to be honest.
But we are giving more... okay, Frostbolt was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And he still has the secrets. Is there a spell? Oh, Alexstrasza.
But Overload.
Alexstrasza might actually be useful.
Well, yeah, not at this point. I mean,
Not now, but then...
You can damage yourself for 1 or kill your heal your opponent for 2. It's not that great.
This game is so weird.
It's super weird.
But I like Alexstrasza because you never would expect Alexstrasza here. So if...
the Undertaker is pretty awkward right now.
It is.
Okay, are you going to ask a question again?
I would really Flame Strike here. I just hate this board.
It's 3 totems.
I would try to put myself into a situation where I would win.
Okay,
and
so
I
he
wouldn't...
has 6, 10, 12, 13 damage right now. Yeah, it could be a situation. But I don't know his deck, so how are the odds that he picks up like 3-4 damage the next turn?
The problem is...
He still has the mirror entity, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, like, you would never expect Alexstrasza. Like, if... when I'm playing against Shaman, I'm like, Shaman has no heal. So I just deal as much damage as possible because there is no heal.
Yeah, you're right.
And if they...
But from our point, it would be pretty sad if he Flame Strikes, then gets all damage in. Gets just Alexstrasza's. That'll cry off.
Well, right now, Freakeh will be... Is Freakeh forced to play a minion? I believe he is now. Oh my god.
Now he probably is.
Now he has to.
But sends a clear message.
If he plays Alexstrasza, he's dead.
I think he's dead anyways. I mean, depends on his pickup. Oh, shit. No.
He's still dead. Yeah, he's still... Yeah,
this direct damage pickups with Frostbolt and Fireball really sealed the deal here.
This is so weird, but if he plays Alexstrasza and then he's dead. Wait, can he actually... Now he's still dead. Oh my god.
He can clear the board, and then Alexstrasza himself, and then Mirror Entity, and then...
Oh wait, you're right.
Then you doesn't die.
If he actually kills Mad Scientist, and he kills Undertaker, then plays Alexstrasza, he will be at 1 health after that.
No, 2 actually.
No, yeah, actually 2, yeah.
But it doesn't matter because it's 15.
He's going for it.
And then he has 13 damage staring at him, just from the board, after the Mirror Entity.
Also, what will be the secret?
But he doesn't... but he doesn't know, so...
Okay, so there is a Mirror Entity. There is an Alexstrasza. And right now, it's...
So what is this last secret? It's not Counterspell?
If there is a Frostball, he's dead.
Yeah.
This is a blank, for now. Do you
is he going to ping? Yeah, is he going to ping the loot order?
I think you do.
Depends on what is left in his deck. I mean, we've seen 1 Fireball, 1 Frostbolt.
3 points of damage, so a Frostbolt, Fireball...
You could actually Flame Strike here, trade the Black Knight, and just go face with Alexstrasza. And play the loot hoarder.
But if this is not Ice Block... Yeah, I guess this is the way you're going to die anyway.
I mean, you know that your opponent runs Wind Fury, so he definitely doesn't want to... At least it's Ice Block, you don't want to leave this Alexstrasza alive.
It would be so funny if he's actually playing Leroy. And I wouldn't be surprised.
And reincarnate.
Yeah. Reincarnate would be weird, but Leroy is fine.
No, you can Wind Fury it for 12 damage and then reincarnate for another 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would have probably done.
So we don't know the secret.
But we should ask him to hover
oh my
over.
god, he got a Rogue Biter.
Oh, there it is.
What's the secret? What's the secret? It's not
Counterspell, not Mirror Entity. Vaporize.
Maybe if it's Vaporize, I'll be so surprised. Is it an Ice Block? Is it? It's not. Oh my god, he actually got it. Freakeh actually got it. I can't believe this. Like,
this was...
What are we even watching? Like, this game is just crazy.
I don't understand it. Well, it's very uncommon. And this Rockbiter pickup just sealed the deal there.
I'm so shocked about all those Shaman face decks just dealing so much damage here. How much?
And we missed that he could survive, and then we realized it, and then he realized it, and then suddenly he got his opponent down.
Yeah,
so it's 2-0 with the Shaman, which is actually...
I'm stunned. And
okay, what does he have
He still has a Shaman and a Druid.
Oh. Is Druid a good matchup here?
I'm so confused. Like, okay, so right now he has to pick up a deck that will be able to actually 3-0 if he wants to win the series.
What was the secret now? Was it Duplicate? Probably.
Probably Duplicate.
Okay, so he's going with the Druid now.
Well, Druid is a really flexible deck that can win versus everything, and it can possibly 3-0. I don't like the matchup against the Shaman.
He kept all his cards. Ooh, wow.
There is no Hex for now, but there is a Lava Burst.
I wonder what his plan is. Turn 3 Druid of the Claw?
I don't think you do this. Like, you can deal some points of damage, but then, then definitely you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I wonder why he kept the Druid of the Claw there. Oh! Look at this, he runs Lava Burst and Lightning Bolt?
Yeah.
Did he just change the deck?
Maybe he used Sideboard, you know, like Magic style. Just change a couple of cards. But no, I mean, this is really a combo.
There's a lot of damage in this deck. We haven't seen much of it, seems like.
So, Spectral Knight is pretty nice. You won't be able to kill it with spells.
I actually had this in the last call tournament where our Druid double innervated Spectral Knight, and you can't even deal with it as a Shaman.
Well, if you have Feral Spirit, you can try, and Flanking Totem is pretty important.
Yeah, that's what I finally came up with. Like, turn 3 Feral Spirit and then Flame Tongue and burst him down, but has done 12 damage at this point.
Actually, I think that's the best way to deal with it. Like, that's the only way.
Okay, so he definitely fights for the board here. Can clear it.
Do you even innervate Keeper? I guess
no.
No. Oh, you have to kill this, yeah.
You can just kill the totem there.
So
okay, next turn is Druid of the Claw. I still don't get why he kept it, but you can play it next.
Well, he can play it on turn 5.
Yeah.
And then turn 6 he has a sweet follow-up with a second Druid of the Claw.
Yeah. It's nice. Okay.
Shade. Look at that, turn 6. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's like turn 6 he can play Druid of the Claw and Innervate Shade.
Yeah.
That was so smart.
Do you kill the spider?
Being Spectre Knight, I don't kill the spider.
No.
If I want to play Druid of the Claw as a taunt, and this is dangerous, but I think I would.
I would probably do it in charge mode.
Yeah.
And just go phase.
It's better to play charge because he still has a coin. That's fine as well. I mean,
Yeah.
in this deck
We haven't seen a Black Knight.
we haven't seen a Black
today.
Knight, and in this kind of deck I wouldn't expect to face Black Knight. Black Knight will be too slow.
Yeah, so he has to waste another 2 points of damage. That's probably what he's concerned about, like taking too much damage. Or Wind Fury Rockbiter Spider.
What is he? Is that Slash Belcher?
Yeah, it's the Slash Belcher.
I like Slash Belcher.
Huh.
Next turn.
Battle of the Taunts now. That's pretty awkward because he has only 4 attacks, so he probably has to Hero Power or Keeper.
Do Spectre Knight and Innervate Shade.
Yeah, but how you deal with the Sludge Belcher then? Just run both into?
Do you really want to deal with it?
Oh, yeah, it seems like.
Silence.
Silence, burst it down.
You can silence it and then attack it with the with the Druid and finish it off with Hero Power
Yeah.
and go face for 4 points of damage.
Yeah, usually I would like be afraid of Lightning Storm or something, but it's probably not
like
going to.
After 2
show up.
games, you haven't
Yeah.
seen a single one. On next turn, he will have. Yeah, I mean it's looking good for the Druid now. Especially
If he picks up a Lore, Ancient of Lore would be really nice for him. But he has a strong board right now.
Doomhammer.
Doomhammer Rockbiter.
But do you really want to like
No.
take 8 points of damage? You don't.
No, you go down to 13 and die to combo.
You can
Innovate combo
easily-
next turn.
You can easily clear this with Lightning Bolt into the 4/3, Rockbiter the Spider, and kill the 4/4. And then you are not taking any damage. You clear. There's only the Keeper, and you still have 4 points of mana. So what you can do?
You could Lava Burst it, but probably he doesn't want to.
What's the card on the far left? Is there a card after Lothab? Is not.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just Lava.
Well, you're not going to Lava Burst it. I would just play Totem. Because you'll have 2 spiders in Totem. So a possible swipe clears the board, but if there is no swipe, you can use Flame Tongue.
Yeah,
And basically the situation on the board looked really scary, but you only took like 9 points of damage. Interesting.
Yeah, but he has to deal with the board. This turn, definitely.
Yeah, Rockbiter into the... Oh, is he going for Doomhammer?
If he goes for Doomhammer, it's probably bad for him. Oh.
No, not
Oh,
really.
no, he has the coin, right. Still has the coin.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he takes 6 more damage? Oh, it's...
So he just clears the board.
Yeah, but he goes down to 15. Could die to combo. And some 1 random damage.
That's ballsy.
Well, innovate combo. You don't expect this at this point. But there is 1 piece.
Okay, the first piece of the combo is here.
Okay.
And he's overloaded for what? For 3? For 2?
Doomhammer and Lightning Bolt,
Lightning
yeah,
Bolt.
that's 3. Then you definitely play the Spectral Knight because there's no obvious way to deal with it. I would actually think about innovating the Shade just to get the tempo.
Yeah, we'll get the Shade as well. It's like...
It doesn't fit the mana that well, but...
Even if you get the combo Force of Nature next turn, it doesn't matter that much because you can play it in 2 turns. And
Yeah.
you're not going to die in 2 turns. Like, whatever happens. Not with this Haunted Creeper on board.
Yeah, you've just seen 1 Rockbiter, so... It's probably not dealing too much damage with...
I like this
crazy
Shaman,
things.
by the way. Because if you play against the Shaman, You have to respect so many things. You can't ignore Lightning Storm. Even if there is no Lightning Storm in deck, you still have to kind of play around it.
Yeah.
There's a Phantom Lightning Storm, so basically he's
So we haven't seen a Lava Burst in the first 2 games, so there could be a Lightning Storm that we also haven't seen
I
so
don't
far.
think there is.
Well, I don't think so too, but it's still in the back of your head.
It is,
playing against
obviously. Like being Theude, you have to play around Lightning Storm.
He only has 4 mana now. So
Oh, Feral Spirit is a great card to have here.
Oh yeah.
It's just perfect. You're able to deal.
It's basically an auto play here. Because
yeah, there was like no play almost.
Yeah, and you die to combo, so you definitely want to set up yourself.
And you deal in total 5 points of damage. You're trying to get your opponent low.
And you
Keeper. Well, I'm sure he is going to play Druid of the Claw. Attack into a wolf with charge, and then kill a second wolf. And then maybe hero power.
So he plays it in charge, right?
No, I think actually I will play the Innovate Shade. Wait.
He doesn't even have to innovate.
Yeah, just play Shade. Because next turn you're setting yourself up for lethal, I believe. With Savage Roar, Keeper Face.
Yeah. The Spectral Knight is pretty likely to stay due to his effect. Even if he has a Flame Tongue Totem, it doesn't die, so he would have to... Oh, wow. He would have to hit it with the Doomhammer and taking even more damage.
He's really going for a safe approach. I don't like it that much.
No, I think you're fighting for the board here, and since your opponent is overloaded, you... Well, he could have been afraid of a Fire Elemental. We haven't seen any so far, but... It just kills the Druid then for free.
Well, right now he can play Flame
And he
Tongue and Lava
sets
Burst.
himself up with a more resilient minion for the Savage Roars. Actually a good play.
Look at this. It's like he can Lava Burst the Druid, kill it with a Spider, and play Flame Tongue Totem and kill the Spectral Knight and still attack for 4.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and I think he has to because of the Savage Roar. If this comes down with his board, he's dead. He doesn't even have to kill the taunt, then he can just silence it.
What's the possible other line of play? If you play Lothab, you're dead. If you play Inventor,
What are you going to draw for 2 mana? Maybe another Lightning Bolt. Oh,
the question is how much he respects the combo.
Yeah.
Is he playing? Does he respect the combo at all? Oh, I guess.
I think your first idea is the right play here. Oh, okay. Well, now he can kill the taunt. Oh, will he take 2 more damage?
He just doesn't respect the combo at all.
Okay, yeah.
That was a mistake. And
Pretty
that's
much.
It.
Pretty
That's
much.
5 plus 6, 11. Well played. It's like, what? Yeah, single Saboteur is sealing the deal, and
Swipe would have also killed him.
Swipe would be also lethal. Like, so many cards were actually presenting lethal here.
Even the Keeper would have been lethal, right? So
Yeah.
I liked your line of play that you suggested.
Just
first
killing the
place.
board. So Theude is getting Fireside Gatherings, Fireside Gathering backs, card
Okay,
backs.
so he's back in the game now.
He's back with his Druid. Now he has to win 2 more games with the Druid deck. And Freakeh still has a Rogue, a Druid,
And a Warlock.
and a Warlock. That's a lot of decks, and some of them are pretty good. And I think like Rogue is actually good versus Druid. Warlock is always good. Both versions of
Well,
Warlock.
usually Druid can apply enough pressure. I didn't was able to in no, I wasn't able to in my game versus Miri. But, usually this could be a good matchup. Depending on the Warlock that Freakeh brought. If it is Zoo, Druid could struggle. Yeah, there's the Warlock.
Okay, so that's the Warlock. We don't know which kind of Warlock that is yet. What do you think is better, Handlock or Zoo against the Druid?
Theude runs Black Knight, so he's probably waiting for the mulligan. I would say Zoo.
So it's probably better. Like this kind of like Druid doesn't have that many taunts. You have Druid of the Claw, Some of the people are swapping Haunted Creeper.
I wonder if he runs...
Oh, this is a handlock, and this hand is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I wonder if he runs White Growth. Haven't seen any so far.
Oh my god.
Both hands are pretty awful.
Well, but
besides the Shade.
Handlock will be really improving his hand in the next 3 turns with life tap. And being a druid here, you just play the Shade and then you...
Then you wait.
And then you wait. Oh, Innervate is also super
handful
awkward.
of spells. Would have been good in your deck. Like, such a hand.
With Gadget Sound and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Throw down
guess
the Malygos and swipe for 10.
that would work. But basically, Theude really needs to top deck a 5-drop or a 4-drop, like whatever that has substance.
Yeah, he has an Innervate to smooth out the curve, so he just has to draw a minion. That is not
Oh
ancient
my
of
god, look at this. That Hellfire top deck.
The Mountain Giant. Finally something to play turn 4 then.
But Hellfire can actually deal with this 4-4. And a Spectral Knight is actually a pretty nice card to get.
Oh, Spectral Knight is perfectly for the curve here.
Well, that's why having spells and Innervates is good in general. You can always top deck a 5-drop, which is pretty good. But you know what? That Hellfire will just kill the Shade anyway.
Yeah, it will kill the Shade, do 3 damage to yourself, and leave a 4/3 that you can't kill with spells.
Easily.
It's not that great, actually.
What, really? Like, you will be able to deal with the 4/6 anyway. Nothing else to do, and turn. Oh, he's thinking about attacking. Wow. I wouldn't attack here.
Yeah. If you play the Mountain Giant, there's some potential that both creatures trade next turn.
I think this Hellfire is just too tasty. Like an early opportunity to be able to kill the Shade that didn't attack even.
Yeah. Theude's hand is really awkward right now. Just has to wait that his opponent plays something that he can throw the spells at. Huh.
Well, from Freakeh perspective, he can
almost
even play like a Farseer, and Theude will be forced to remove the Farseer. I mean, he'll probably play the Giant.
Yeah.
And especially right now with the he can more call it the 1/1 and then play a Giant. He can actually even life tap and play a Giant for 3 mana. Like an 8/8. Oh my god, a second Giant.
Wow. He missed the opportunity. He wants to model coin.
It doesn't matter that much, but
yeah. Haven't seen the model
coin. But a lot of players make this mistake. Like they feel, yeah, I want to play the Giant, and they forget that they can still life tap. But on the other hand, it's like 2 points of health.
Ah, there's the White Growth.
There is a White Growth. Too late. So many spells. He only has spells. Like this trade is so weird, right?
It isn't that weird. I mean, all these cards are auto-includes.
In all the druid decks.
Yeah. But it's kind of unfortunate to draw all of them at once.
Well, on the other hand, he will be able to cycle 1 Wrath and then trade with the Giant using another Wrath. But you know what? It's 2 for 1, so he is basically losing in cards here.
Yeah, just wants to pick up some minions, and it worked out.
And this is a dead turn. And the next turn there is another Giant. And what are you going to do after that?
Yeah.
Like, you can't double swipe. You can't like kill it with Force of Nature.
Well, if he draws into his Black Knight, and in his second combo piece, there might actually be chances.
Oh, but there's no.
But at this point, it's looking pretty grim for Theude.
There is a Yeti, but this is not exciting at all. Problem is, like, even the next turn, turn 7, so awkward, and there's nothing cool. Maybe you actually play a Yeti and play a Water Elf here to set up the double swipe for next turn. And
yeah, it's probably the turn that you have to take. But you're staring at, well, 8 damage. It's
yeah,
not
8
that
damage
bad.
is not that terrible. Especially against Handlock, you know that he won't just
But
rush
if he plays this, you have to expect an Argus or at least a Sun Fury. It's pretty hard to overcome then. Well, he can play double swipe, right?
Yeah, still, I mean, if you play double swipe, you can still trade into it. I mean, it's tough, but...
Well, it pretty much depends on what Freakeh picks up with his hand, probably.
It's so painful, because normally you can use the swipe. Again, in this matchup, you just deal as much damage as possible, and you try to finish your opponent with double swipe, just dealing
or combo, yeah.
Yeah. And if he is forced to use double swipe as removal, that won't be looking that good.
Plays the owl? Yeah.
So he's playing the owl. He'll play the Argus, I believe. He'll trade with the... What? Oh, he's going for mortal coil play. But
Double swipe is not that bad now.
Farseer and heal this for 1.
Yeah, probably. 2/4/4.
I guess you are playing around double swipe. Oh, you're not
double
playing.
swipe is now really good.
Oh my god, the double swipe is such a nice combo here. And he has a... Theude should be really happy right now.
But he played around Black Knight, I like that, but he didn't... Well, he didn't play around double swipe, right?
He is not playing around double swipe. So you do double swipe. And I would not even be sad about it. I would be happy about double swipe.
Is a handlock or...
As a druid here. Like using double swipe to clear
3 minions.
3 minions and Argus on top of that. Like one of the taunt givers.
Pretty good.
Look at Freakeh's face. He's devastated. Okay, he's really not. He's keeping the poker face.
We're just making this up.
To be honest, like both of the players are, I'm sure they are pretty tired. Like what time is it even? Like it's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So both players are pretty tired. But you know the tournaments they test endurance. You have to keep your mind intact, and you have.
In fact, the whole group D was tired when they arrived, like 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
Including me.
People were sleeping on like poker tables and couches here.
Yeah. Did you see my game?
I actually missed it.
I missed a Dark Cultist got copied from a Faceless, and I missed the Death Rattle, and I just attacked blindly into a minion that didn't die because of the Death Rattle from the Dark Cultist.
Oh, okay.
That's how tired we are. Okay, so he slammed down the Loathab and killed the leftover Argus.
Oh
He's
my
now
god.
staring at the Mountain Giant.
There is a second Molten Giant.
Molten Giant, of course.
And right now Freakeh has to be respecting the combo.
Oh
he knows
boy.
the combo can come.
Now it's looking pretty grim.
Wait. Double force. Can you do something with it?
Can do 12
You can
damage.
actually clear. You can kill the 3/5 with an attack, then force. And
yeah,
kill
you
the
can
token.
use